It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Cuts, I'll make you smile. Cuts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cuts. Yeah, it's back. Cuts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year February. Rock out and come down to Cuts. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love. Like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Diamond. All right, and of course we have to say hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson. Oh boy, and of course we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. And of course we've been monitoring the US presidential results, and so far, boy, the Republican candidate Donald Trump seems to be doing very well. Very, very well. And Kamala Harris is hanging on. All right. But we will see. The race to the White House will likely be decided in the 7 battleground states. It could take days for officials to actually count enough votes to determine who won. But of course, tonight we will have a very good idea as to who the next US president will be, a boy or a girl. All right, a red or a blue, or you could say a blue or pink. And the swing states, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Michigan, Nevada, these are all going to determine who will be named the next U.S. president. So far, Donald Trump is looking really, really good. All right, he's leading significantly in Oklahoma, in Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. He's doing really good, stepping away from Kamala Harris in Florida. South Carolina, again, a sizable lead over Kamala Harris. Where she's doing really good, in fact, is Maryland. She's also doing good in Vermont, also Massachusetts, Wales, boy, I think, Rhode Island, and Connecticut. But the night is still young. Texas is a very big state, and it's a toss-up. Kamala Harris 51% of the votes, and Donald Trump 48% of the votes, but there's only 11% of the votes that have been counted so far for the state of Texas. There's a long night for Texas. Georgia is going to be a deciding state. No, I would say that Donald Trump needs Georgia, and for now, with 37% of the votes in, he's got a 57%. Is 57% right now, and Kamala Harris is 43%. Still too early to say, but if you are to look at the early numbers to determine how the night will progress, Donald Trump is way ahead. All right, way ahead. So let's see. Kamala Harris needs Wisconsin. She needs definitely needs Pennsylvania. Once Donald Trump gets Georgia, that's one of his paths. So she needs Michigan, she needs North Carolina, she needs Pennsylvania, at least Wisconsin. She needs these states in order to win. But let's see. All right, I just wish I was doing this election coverage for you guys tonight. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a lot of action. But yeah, probably the next time around we'll go to the US and do some election coverage. Anyway, let's come back at home. I just got a little carried away there. We're hearing from NAWASA tonight. We're also hearing from the police. I understand that the police have a new head of the community relations department. Seems like a big secret because I wasn't told that. I found that out after the fact. And I like to have a very good and open and direct relationship with the community relations department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, because that's like the avenue for which we disseminate information to you through the community relations department. So the head has changed, and I didn't even know. You understand? So we go find out about that just now. You understand? I don't make any noise yet. Not yet. So folks, we have a few things to talk to you about. I'll try probably not to stay too long tonight, okay guys? Gotta let you know the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of course Grenada Limited, Digicel, NAWASA, Real Value, IGA Supermarket, Superb Distributors. We've got Infinite Contractors on board with us. We've also got the Beacon Insurance with us. So big up the Beacon. Alright, and all the other sponsors, thank you for being here. We take a little break and come back. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments. Digicel. That lucky person might just be you. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Ever wonder how water goes from its natural source to coming out of our tap crystal clear and safe to drink? Well, let me introduce you to NAWASA! Grenada's National Water and Sewage Authority. They are the water wizards behind it all. Yay! A whopping 95% of all water comes from surface sources. This water might look muddy now, but wait until you see the transformation. First, they add a non-toxic chemical to the water. This brings particles together, forming clumps in a process called coagulation. Next, a gentle stir helps the particles come together. This is called flocculation. Gravity does its thing and the clumps settle to the bottom. This is sedimentation. Then the water is passed through a bed of sand. This filtration removes up to 95% of bacteria. See the difference? Now our water is clear and nearly bacteria free. Lastly, chlorine is added for disinfection, killing any remaining bacteria and making the water safe to drink. And And that, my friends, is how NAWASA brings pure, refreshing water from their surface sources to our pipes, our washpan, our buckets, whatever you think about.
This advertisement is the first in a series showcasing NAWASA's operations. Stay tuned for more in-depth insights into our services and initiatives.
Alrighty, family, and speaking of NAWASA, we've just got some notice from NAWASA. They say that to facilitate system maintenance, consumers served by the Maribo water system, you will experience an interruption in your water supply between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. The Maribo water system serves Bylands and Maribo, Sab, Mount Horn, Grenville, Rosemount, also St. Clouds, Balthazar, Granbra, Ford, Telescope, St. Mary's, Rivulet Lane, Soubise, Cook Hill, The Villa, Monk Silly, also Parkleet, Santo P Street, Columba, and surrounding communities in the parish of St. Andrew. Consumers, you are encouraged to collect and store water in clean covered containers prior to the scheduled interruption in your supply. Please also note that while the system will be reopened at 10 p.m., consumers in elevated areas, you may experience a supply within 2 hours thereafter. And so NAWASA say that they like to apologize for any inconvenience likely to be caused as a result of this. So, Lex Williams, as we move on with information coming out of the Royal Grenada Police Force. Lex Williams, who's a 34-year-old barber, and Zane Francis, who is 36 years old as well, a laborer, both of Marquis St. Andrew, who were charged by police in connection with the death of Ashton Roberts, 36 years old, unemployed, of Sendell Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, made their first court appearance at the Grenville Magistrates Court today, Tuesday, 5th November 2024. They were remanded to His Majesty's prison. They are scheduled to reappear in court on Monday, 25th November 2024. Now, it was a movie scene again at the Grenville Magistrate, or the environs, vicinity of the Grenville Magistrates Court. You would have noticed, if for persons who were there or for persons who were not, if we had to explain, they had it all cordoned off. And that happens particularly when there are crimes of that nature, when there are court cases of nature, the nature of non-capital murder and stuff like that. You'll find that the police, they will have some extra security measures in place. And so, there are some areas that people like to go and take a look and stuff like that. There are some of those areas people couldn't peep because police took control of those areas. All right, the last, last year with some high-profile cases, you would find that the people evaded and escaped police custody. You understand, while attending the Grenville police station. So I guess Grenville court. So I guess with all of that, they were taking some extra precautionary measures. All right. So the guys are going to be back in court on the 25th of November. While on that, the Royal Grenada Police Force say that they'd like to extend their appreciation to the media and the general public for your assistance in locating Devontae Batiste alias Tyon Hercules of Darbo in St. George. Batiste turned himself into the Criminal Investigations Department on Sunday, they say, 3rd November 2023. And all they had me saying thing yesterday. So I want them thing, all they had to tell us early, so we don't make ourselves a fool and go and ding. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Yeah, so once the people are found, let us know as soon as possible so that we are not putting out stale news. You understand? So according to police, he turned himself in. All right. We are moving on. The Grenada Cooperative League Limited, GCLL, are in collaboration with the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission, the ECSRC, and they are doing so to introduce a 2-year financial and investment literacy program aimed at increasing Grenada's participation rate in the regional securities market. Now, this program will be officially launched at the Grenada Trade Center on November 12th under the theme Financial Empowerment Through Wealth Creation, Investment Opportunities in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, the ECCU. Now, the event will feature a keynote address by the man himself, Mr. Timothy Antoine, who's the governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, the ECCB, and Grenadian, alongside presentations from Honorable Dennis Cornwall, Minister for Finance, regional investment brokers, and sector experts. The event will witness participants from credit unions, trade unions, insurance companies, non-financial cooperatives, law firms, and other private sector organizations. These participations will the participants, in fact, will gain enhanced knowledge of regional investment avenues and networking opportunities. The Investment Conference 2024 is sponsored by Sagico Asset Management, UTC Global Balanced Fund Limited, Bank of St. Lucia, Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited, and Beckles and Regis Consultancy. So you can look forward to hearing more about this. Right, if we are to take a look at what's happening in the US right now with regards to its elections, this is what I've been telling you. The early numbers are putting Donald Trump way ahead of Kamala Harris. Some would prefer Kamala to be the president, of course, understanding what Donald Trump brings to the table. He's been there before, while others will prefer Donald Trump's style of leadership. At the end of tonight, we'll have a good idea as to who the next U.S. president will be. And if this current trend holds, it will not be a lot to guess. All right, but let's see. Again, a lot of the outcome will be based on what takes place in the swing states of Wisconsin, Nevada, Arizona, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Michigan, and Georgia. Already we can see in Georgia, with 44% of the votes already in, Donald Trump is 56%, and Kamala Harris is 44%. All right. Again, Pennsylvania is a big one, and with 7% of the votes in, Kamala Harris is way ahead, 73%, while Donald Trump is 26%. Again, Donald Trump would need Pennsylvania. In fact, whoever wins Pennsylvania will stand a good chance of becoming the next U.S. president. But it is not in isolation, all right? They would not, even if they win Pennsylvania, there are still some battleground states that they will need to win in order to become the next U.S. president. Those states I've just mentioned. All right. Good. What else do we have to tell you? I did say that we are not going to be staying too long on the program tonight, because I know that I'm trying to compete with the U.S. and their election results, only to say that I just wish that we would have had a bite of the pie, being able to, to bring to you election coverage from the US. But here's what. It is not far-fetched. Maybe we just need to aim high, and maybe for the next time around, we'll be able to have our own coverage. We could have our own coverage of the US election. All fine. Good. All right. What else do we have for you? Okay, so before we go to the national report, we have for you the weather. Of course, the weather is submitted by the Met Office, and let's see what they're telling us this evening. So the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with light to moderate isolated showers during cloudy spells. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And okay, let me take that thing off my screen. Y'all want it there? Alright, you're not nobody. Okay, I can stay there still. All right. Seas moderate with waves up to 6 feet in open waters. And for Wednesday, we can chill it out. The weather is expected to be mostly cloudy with occasional showers, some heavy, and a medium chance of afternoon thunder. Look forward to that. 31.5 degrees Celsius is expected to be the max temperature for tomorrow, God's willing, and 25.5 degrees Celsius expected to be the minimum. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour, and seas moderate with waves up to 5 feet in open waters. That's our weather report. And so what we're going to do right now is big up a few people on the business. So we've got Marcus and Celine and Keith and Mom and everybody else on YouTube. Big up to you. And those of you who are on Facebook like Java and the sharing committee, Adonna. Blessings to you, Liz and Joseph. Mimi. How are you? Karen, how are you doing? Blessings to you. And who else? Angel is there with us as well. And Theresa, Yvonne, Joseph. Blessings to you, Joseph. Always here as well. Judy, Bowen. Blessings to you as well. Courtney, what's going on? Adonna, I see you there. So blessings to all. Bye. Deborah. Blessings, and Diana, I see you too. All right, Ansha, how are you? All right, so folks, let me take a quick break. And when I come back, and I see you, blessings to you. When I come back, what we'll have for you is the national report. So stay right there. We'll be back.
It's time to do better. Beacon's Be Better Group Health Plan now offers new and improved options that make health insurance affordable for small to medium businesses. Good medical cover gives you a competitive edge and takes care of the people that take care of your business. Get a better plan to build a better business. Call Beacon or log on to beacon.co.tt for more info today.
If you're working for a while, come by Cuts, I'll make you smile. Cuts Black Friday come around. We are the best prices in town. Black Friday starts now at Cuts. Yeah, it's back. Cuts Black Friday. I tell you, hurry fast. Traffic on the highway. You know we got unbeatable prices. And furniture, electronics, and appliances. Are you coming? Say yeah. Weekly prices. Biggest and best deals of this season. Shop and credit to win big. And pay nothing until next year, February. Rock out and come down to Cuts. Cuts already load. Cuts already load. Black Friday starts. Cuts already load. And go when Black Friday come out.
Welcome to the future of shopping with Real Value IGA mobile app. Now, your favorite supermarket is right in your pocket. Whether you're a student, a busy parent, or in the diaspora shopping for friends and family at home, a Yachty, or a Grenadian, our mobile app has you covered. Shop online with our mobile app from anywhere and enjoy free delivery to St. George and St. David. Or you can pick up your groceries in-store, hassle-free. Convenience, savings, and a seamless experience in Grenada. All right here at your fingertips. Download the Real Value IGA mobile app and start shopping today. Real Value IGA, bringing the supermarket to you.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are superb distributors, wholesalers, and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Infinite Contractors and Machinery. We are your one-stop engineering and consultancy company with experience locally, regionally, and internationally. We provide excavation services and engineering consultancy, construction of residential and commercial structures, civil works such as drainage, retaining walls, roads, concrete patio services, paving services, concrete driveway services, remodeling and renovation, painting services, styling services, and so much more. Ask about our rental services services of excavators, heavy equipment, metal formwork, and steel prop. Contact us today via telephone number 537-9675 or email infinitecontractors19@gmail.com.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
This is the GIS News for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. In the headlines, Minister for Climate Resilience presents Grenada's report to the International Solar Alliance in New Delhi, India, and Ministry of Education collaborates with GND schools to provide training for educators. We'll have the details of these stories and more after the break.
Tourism is me, tourism is you, tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Are you a member of a youth-led organization in Grenada? Are you ready to take your community, youth, or sports organization to the next level? Then this video is for you. Community-based organizations are the backbone of our communities and parishes. They nurture our future leaders, preserve the heritage of Grenada, and enrich our social fabric.
Sadly, there has been a significant decrease in the number of community youth-led and other organizations in our communities.
Additionally, the existing organizations often face several challenges that hinder them from achieving their goals. That is why the Division of Youth has designed two-day workshops designed exclusively for executive members of community youth-led organizations or other youth leaders in Grenada.
These workshops will focus on building the capacity of organizations by enhancing their leadership skills, planning and execution, mobilization, financial management, and monitoring and evaluation.
But wait, there's more. The Ministry of Youth is excited to introduce the Community Grant Fund, a fantastic opportunity for organizations to access additional resources to help with their community development initiative.
The workshops will take place on October 12th and 13th at the Grenada Youth and Cultural Center, St. George, and November 9th and 10th at the St. Martin Retreat Center, Mount St. Evans, St. Andrew. For more information, please visit our Facebook page at the Ministry of Youth and Sports and follow us on Instagram at MOYGND473. Youth leaders, community groups, take this opportunity. Don't miss out on it. See you there.
Welcome back. With the details, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Grenada's Minister for Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, Honorable Karine James, has presented the country's report at the 7th Assembly of the International Solar Alliance, now underway in New Delhi, India. The report is the outcome of the 6th meeting of the ISA Regional Committee, which was held in the Dominican Republic from September 9th to 11th. It has brought together ministers, mission heads, and delegates from 120 member and signatory countries, along with partner organizations and stakeholders.
Members of the Regional Committee appreciated the initiatives of ISA, such as the National Focal Point Support Unit and the Solar for Shipping Initiative, with particular interest in the accessibility of the gender audit toolkit for non-pilot countries and its potential as a general tool beyond renewable energy. Members also highlighted star-centered being set up in the region, emphasizing on the importance of partnerships between governments and universities for energy transition and integration of resources. For the solar data portal, it was requested that surveys be routed through the regional program head to improve communication and follow up with national focal points, along with the proposal for integrating the solar data portal with national and regional websites, enhancing data accessibility for better decision making. In conclusion, I would like to say that the collaboration between the International Solar Alliance and the member countries of the Latin American Caribbean region holds immense promise for the future.
The ISA is a global intergovernmental organization dedicated to advancing solar power adoption for a carbon-neutral future. It was conceptualized on the sidelines of COP21 in Paris in 2015. The 7th Assembly of the International Solar Alliance ends on Wednesday. Grenada on Monday bid final farewell to former Governor General Sir Daniel Charles Williams at the funeral mass held at the Church of the Immaculate Conception, St. David. Sir Daniel was Grenada's 4th Governor General and served for 11 years, 1996 to 2008. The mass was attended by Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade, Governor General, Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, and members of his cabinet, leader of His Majesty's Opposition, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, and members of the legal fraternity, family, and friends. Delivering her tribute, Dame Cecile said the gathering at the church was not only to mourn, but also to celebrate the life of an extraordinary individual, a true patriot and son of Grenada's soil.
Sir Daniel was also a man of deep faith. He was a Roman Catholic who, at every point in his life, lived his faith. Indeed, he never forgot that the Bible teaches us that faith without works is dead. Sir Daniel was a well-rounded individual who, guided by God's steady hand, made an enduring contribution to his country in the areas of law and education, and as Governor General. More importantly, he understood clearly that the key to a meaningful and purpose-driven life lies in service to others.
Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell also paid tribute to Sir Daniel Williams, highlighting his love for his fellow men. He also spoke to Sir Daniel's career in the legal profession.
I believe that Sir Daniel was born with a profound love for his country. And there was no doubt that this love would propel him to become one of the most respected and admired figures in the modern Grenadian history. His undisputed commitment to the development of Grenada allowed him to serve our nation with distinction in various capacities, culminating in his role as Governor General. When he served as Governor General, he was a symbol of stability, wisdom, and grace, leading with a quiet strength that inspired trust and respect both at home and abroad. But his contribution to public life went beyond his official duties. As a lawyer, he worked tirelessly to uphold the rule of law and to ensure that all Grenadians, regardless of their background, had access to legal services. His leadership was marked by a deep sense of humility and compassion. He was a man who understood the struggles and the hopes of ordinary citizens. He always demonstrated respect, kindness, and integrity.
Longtime friend and former political colleague, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, also spoke of the sacrifices made and contributions of Sir Daniel Williams to Grenada.
I found in Danny a true friend, a man of great principle, a man who would gently correct me and others if he thought that we were off course. He didn't have to shout loudly. His quiet wisdom always reached our hearts. In cabinet, Danny's compassion and humanity and humility were always in view. He championed the cause of the vulnerable, particularly those in need of medical support while he was Minister of Health. Though humble in his manner, he would firmly argue for the increased funding to support the struggling families. He cared deeply for those who had the least, ensuring they were never forgotten.
The former Governor General was entombed at the St. David Cemetery. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy has officially launched CARICOM Energy Month 2024, announcing a month-long celebration of sustainable energy under the theme Invest in Sustainable Energy, Accelerate the Transition. The theme focuses on the importance of rapid, low-carbon energy transformation in the region. Regionally, several activities are planned, and Grenada is taking the lead with a series of engaging initiatives, workshops, webinar series, and exhibitions. Senior Energy Officer Tira Antwine says the month serves a platform for the promotion of energy. She listed some of Grenada's scheduled activities.
CARICOM Energy Month is an annual event intended to provide a platform for increased awareness on energy matters amongst member states, given how critical energy is to economic development as a region. This year's theme is Invest in Sustainable Energy, Accelerate the Transition, and the main focus will be on advancing the integration of renewable energy and energy efficiency technology, decarbonizing energy systems, and fostering private sector investments to scale up the use of renewable energy and energy efficiency.
Homeowners are advised to participate in an energy conservation challenge. This challenge is valid until November 30th.
This challenge is a call to homeowners to reduce their energy consumption. Prizes will be awarded to those who show the greatest commitment to energy conservation. That is, they're able to demonstrate the biggest reduction in energy consumption, and a grand prize of an energy-efficient AC unit, and I must stress energy efficient, for the biggest energy saver. Information on the challenge is available via the Ministry of Climate Resilience Facebook page, amongst other media. Persons are to simply use the QR code to register and participate in the challenge.
We take our first break. The GIS News will return after these messages.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports wrapped up its parish-level youth parliament sessions in May and June 2024, where passionate young leaders from across Grenada boldly voiced their concerns and offered insightful recommendations on pressing issues, from capital punishment and education reform to firearm amnesty. These 2024 youth parliamentarians demonstrated sharp research, eloquent delivery, and a readiness to lead. They embodied the vibrant future of Grenada, stepping confidently into the roles of tomorrow's decision makers. The Division of Youth is getting ready for the second phase of the National Youth Parliament Program 2024, the National Youth Elections. Here are your candidates who will be campaigning to become National Youth Parliamentarians. St. Andrew Southeast, Amanda Japal George and Kevon George. St. Andrew Southwest, Zadie Barry and Cameron Sensier. St. Andrew Northeast, Emerson Calist and Kerrian Marast. St. Andrew Northwest, Derricka Samuel and Joshua Andel. St. Patrick East, Asha McEwen Sylvester, Shanida Shade. St. Patrick West, Zinzi Noel and Sean Williams. St. Mark, Hill Cyrus, Akim Phillip and Tiwana Scott. St. John, Sashona McVean and Elon James. St. David, Antonia Kutain and Tarek Miller. St. George Northeast, Kwesi Pope and Akim Williams. St. George Northwest, Jamal Mitchell and Angela Bowen. St. George South, Giovanna Mark and Jonathan Mitchell. St. George Southeast, Symphony Lord and Vanik Lewis. And the Tongue of St. George, Ray Maya Griffin and Melissa Julian. The National Youth Parliamentarians will be enrolled into the program for 2 years, in which they will be engaged in continuous leadership training. They will participate in regular national youth parliamentary debates. They will receive mentorship and will have access to the Division of Youth and Sports Community Support Grant Fund to assist with their various community initiatives. Young people, the countdown is on for your voices to be heard as to who you will want represent your constituency in the National Youth Parliament. Mark the date, December 5th. To vote, you must meet the following criteria. Must be between the ages of 16 to 35. Must be a Grenadian national and must submit a copy of a valid identification card or document. Registration ends November 22nd. For more information, please contact the Ministry of Youth and Sports on 440-6917 or email ascoy@youth.gov.gd.
Welcome back. The Royal Grenada Police Force welcomed 53 new recruits to the police training school during a brief ceremony at Camp Salines on Tuesday. They make up recruit course number 49, which will begin an intensive program designed to equip them with the skills, knowledge, and discipline required to serve in law enforcement. The recruits, who were selected from a competitive pool of applicants, will undergo both theoretical and practical training over the course of 6 weeks. Commandant of Police Training School is Superintendent Tafawa Pei.
You have been chosen from many. The school received many calls from persons who went through the process, and for some reason or the other, just didn't make it. It means, therefore, that in the minds of the administration, that you are the genuine article. They believe that in you, there is something special that exists that we would like to build on while you are here with us. So this morning, of course, marks the beginning of a new life for you, a transformative journey. I must tell you, you would never be the same.
Superintendent Peer emphasized the importance of staying focused throughout the training, acknowledging that while the process may be physically demanding, it is essential to remain committed to the purpose of serving and protecting the community.
You are moving away from your own families and accepting that you would serve others, that you would risk your lives for others in pursuit of your service to this country. You must feel proud about that decision. You must not lose sight of why you came in the first place. I must tell you that if your purpose is to find a job, you will fail. If your purpose is just to do the next thing, you will fail. To succeed in this vocation, you must purposefully give over your entire being, body, soul, and spirit. Every aspect of your being must be aligned to purpose. It will be well. It shall be well, and you will succeed. I'm prophesying this morning that all of you will succeed, and you will succeed well.
In his feature address, Deputy Commissioner of Police Jesmond Prince reminded the recruits that the journey at police training school requires determination, dedication, and the will to be successful.
As police officers, you will serve on the front line. Some of you, in your engagements, you will serve on the front line. And you will be engaging varying types of persons within your community, facing situations that demand not only quick thinking and decisive action, but also to approach it with empathy and understanding. The training that you're going to receive in the next few days will actually shape you and make you into that type of person that will be able to show empathy where it is needed and a good sense of understanding also where it is needed.
After the first 6 weeks, the recruits will receive on-the-job training for a few months, then return to training school. DCP Prince said the course is tailored to equip them to be well-rounded officers.
During the next several weeks, and when you return after the break, you will be engaged with a diverse curriculum designed to equip you with knowledge and skills to handle various challenges. I urge you to take the training seriously. Approach every lesson with curiosity and diligence. Every drill, every simulation, and each class discussion will prepare you for the realities of policing and will shape the officer you will become.
Continuing the news, the Ministry of Education, in collaboration with G&D Schools Incorporated, has conducted training with educators as they prepare for the annual Early Grades Reading Assessment, EGRA, in all public primary schools. The assessment, which began in 2015 with a sample of schools, was extended to all public primary schools in 2019. EGRA acquires data from the assessment, which is then turned into recommendations that are shared with the ministry and ultimately the specific schools so that challenges can be addressed. 2 days of training were recently held at the Grenada Youth Center in Montrouge, St. George. Sarana Mitchell has more.
The Early Grades Reading Assessment, EGRA, is targeting students who recently entered grade 2 in the Grenada Public Primary School system. The assessment, which is aimed at addressing issues in literacy at an early age, began in 2015 with a sample of schools but was extended to include all public primary schools in 2019. Consultant for the Early Grade Reading Assessment Training and Administration 2024 is Dr. Michelle George. Dr. George says the focus of the training is to make sure that the educators conducting the assessment fully understand how to use EGRA, which will reflect the data collected that will then inform recommendations to the Ministry of Education. She explains the 5 components of the EGRA tool.
The tool really consists of 5 or so components that we're looking at. We're looking at the letter naming aspect of it, that the child has to identify or name the letters that they see on a particular chart that we provide them. We have the sound fluency, and the child now has to say, how does that letter sound that we give them? And note that the child has 1 minute, 60 seconds to be able to complete each task that they're assigned. So it is timed. It is a timed assessment, except for, of course, the reading comprehension aspect of it. Then the third component that we have for the assessment is a non-word. These are words that are not true or real words, that, as we say, some persons refer to it as nonsense words, right? And the child now has to use that decoding skills to be able to pronounce the word that they're seeing here that may not make sense to them in normal reading context. Thereafter, we're definitely not tricking them, but we're trying to get them to decode and to break that word apart, and then to be able to. So it's a strategy that they can use when they're reading. Thereafter, they have to read the oral reading comprehension. Again, they have a passage that is approximately 60 words in length, and the child has to read that. Thereafter, they're asked 5 questions on the passage that they have read.
Dr. George notes one recommendation from the past has been to work with the students on a one-to-one basis who have problems with reading.
Well, we have recommended various interventions. We have recommended, one of the things that I think is that we have to go away from the whole class sort of reading, that choral sort of reading that we have in the schools that are happening. We have to really pull out students who we think are struggling, because we're seeing the data. The data will show you exactly where the students are struggling. And once we're able to identify that, it's important as a school that you pull out the students, you see your weak areas, and then you put a program together as a staff, maybe the senior management or the literacy development team, whatever it may take, you put that team together so that they can come up with some sort of measure to help that child. So if, for instance, a child is struggling with the letter sounds, then you may have to do an entire program in the school on naming the sounds of letters, right? If it is just a comprehension problem, it may just be that the children are able to read in your entire school. However, they're not able to understand as much the reading. So the fluency rate is okay, but the comprehension of what they have read, that could be an issue as well. So whatever the issue is, it's important that they sit as a staff and have a discussion about the data that they're seeing, where the weaknesses are, where the strengths are, and then you can work on the strengths of the weaknesses that you're seeing, the deficiencies that you're seeing within the system.
Chief Executive Officer of G&D Schools Incorporated, Andrea Phillip, says it is important to expose children to reading and other building blocks of literacy at a very early age so that the issues that are now showing up in the secondary schools can be addressed promptly.
Everybody made a big stir when this was flagged by CXC, Caribbean Examinations Council, when they gave their island reports. But for us who have been in the trenches, so to speak, and have been working with children and teachers particularly in the area of literacy and language development, we understand it doesn't start at the secondary level. We understand that the instruction, number one, the instruction in reading, pure instruction in reading, has to begin even at the preschool level, at the home. Exposure to books and appreciation for print, you know, and whether or not it is on a device or whether it is on hard copy, that's where it starts. And I think that as a long-time official, as a long-term official of the Ministry of Education, I can tell you that we've always understood that. I think what is perhaps often not there is the financing to ensure that we can implement some of the strategies and the best practices that we know this is the way to go. So I think our partnership with government assists in this area, in that we have a very clear mandate, and that is collaboration, cooperation, so that the children can rise. We target teachers, so we believe very strongly, as most people around the world do, people who are in this area of endeavor, we target teachers because we understand that if we get our teachers up to a certain standard, quality standard, in terms of their own ability to assess and to determine the pathways for children in learning, then we can move forward.
The EGRA assessment resumed last year after a break during the COVID-19 pandemic period. This year, Carriacou and PT Martinique will not be participating in the assessment due to conditions resulting from the passage of Hurricane Beryl in July. The Ministry of Education and GND Schools Incorporated have a memorandum of understanding which allows for collaboration in education. The training took place on October 28th and 29th at the Grenada Youth Center in Montrouge, St. George. Sarana Mitchell reporting.
We take our second break. The GIS News will return after these messages.
Grenada, it's time to save energy, save money, and build a sustainable future. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, and Renewable Energy is launching the Residential Energy Conservation Challenge, inviting homeowners to cut down their electricity use and compete for fantastic prizes. It's simple. Sign up, adopt energy-saving habits, and track your monthly electricity reduction. Top participants with the greatest energy savings will receive exciting awards, including a grand prize for the biggest energy saver. Be part of the change, save on your bills, and help Grenada move toward a greener future. To join, register online at the Ministry of Climate Resilience Facebook page. Let's power down for a brighter tomorrow.
Well, at this time of the year, we do expect rainfall events because we will be affected by systems such as tropical wave passing through. We will have the presence of the ITCZ in our area, and we might even have tropical cyclones, whether it's depression or storm. Okay? So what we would expect is we will have big rain events. Okay? No matter how dry or wet the season is, we are going to have big rain events. So therefore, it is important for every household to have some bit of water stored, because these big rain events normally put pressure on the NAWASA system. For example, we have landslide that we take away pipes. We may have heavy rainfall that would block the dams and so forth, and so your regular supply would be interrupted. So it is so important for every household to have the recommended 3 days storage of potable water in the household for such eventualities.
Welcome back. Returning nationals Dennis Dowden Sr. and Jr., both residents of Mount Morris, along with their partners, held a soft launch to their new business venture, Dowden's Aviation, Inc., on Sunday. It was held at the Mount Morris playing field during the staging of the monthly West Indian breakfast. Dowden's Aviation, Inc. will offer helicopter tours to visitors and locals across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Dennis Dowden Jr., CEO of Dowden's Aviation, a retired U.S. military and police officer, says the objective is to create options for visitors and give locals the opportunity to view and explore the beautiful island from above.
We saw the opportunity to bring something new and different to Grenada, and it was a great opportunity with the excellent leadership from the Prime Minister. We were able to get all that done. And like he stated, this is going to be a great thing for the island. We're going to be promoting tourism, which is going to bring more economic value to Grenada. And hopefully in the short term, we're going to start working on the education part. Hopefully we're getting maybe a training school or mechanics, maintenance, some vocational tech that we can work along, try to get the younger generation involved into Grenada. So I hope I'm doing my best here. I hope I make my family proud, Mount Morris proud, Grenada proud, and of course the Prime Minister. Why Grenada? Because this is home. This is where home is at. My family's all from here. Mount Morris, the Dowden family is obviously a very big name. People know us, so it's a great opportunity for me to start settling myself back here and to come back full time.
Prime Minister and Minister for Aviation, Honorable Deacon Mitchell, got the first official tour from the MBIA to the Mount Morris playing field. He welcomed the initiative, saying that the services will go beyond just the tourist season, as there is the potential for many ventures with Dowden's Aviation, Inc.
It's fantastic. It's a much needed service that we long for. And I'm very happy that finally we have it here. It's fantastic for tourism. I mean, you see Grenada in a way that you've never seen before, and it reminds you how beautiful and special a place it is. And so I think from a tourism perspective, it will be obviously a fantastic addition to what is on offer. And it means it's also a year-round service, not seasonal, which is also key. And then second, it's also an opportunity to inspire young Grenadians to think of a career in civil aviation outside of a traditional pilot, flight attendant type job. And I think just having the chopper here, and I know this business is going to grow, I think will inspire a lot of them. And then thirdly, obviously, for things like emergencies, we have Carrico, we got Petit Martin, being able to quickly get to and from these islands has been a challenge. So I think this is a wonderful addition when it comes to things like Medivac and so on. So all in all, triple AAA plus. Fantastic.
And speak to us about the ride-up.
Well, it was quite short, actually. So it was short, it was efficient, smooth. And as I said, we had a fantastic opportunity to see Grenada and the coast of Grenada coming up. So I really think many people would really want to come on it and just experience it.
This service, he says, will not be limited to the winter tourist season, but year-round. Samantha Hallman is the chief pilot with Dowden's Aviation, Inc.
It's incredible to be the first helicopter company operating on the island. It's neat to kind of see the progress that's been made from start to hopefully finish. We'll be up and flying tours in the next little bit, but to be able to fly the Prime Minister today is an honor as a pilot here with the company. I think it's incredible to be able to see an island, especially like this one, with how beautiful it is from the ground. There's so much you can see from the water and just driving around the island, but to be able to get perspective from the air just opens up a whole new world of possibilities. So to be able to see the contrast of the water and the sand and just the mountainous terrain here, to be able to explore Grenada from the air is something that will be unmatched.
There are also plans to expand the services and size of helicopters as time progresses. The Prettier Larceny Management Unit in the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources has noted a rise in the theft of agricultural crops and livestock, and is assuring farmers that the unit is making all necessary measures to address the issue. In response to this alarming trend, new strategies and initiatives to enhance security for farmers are being explored. Dominic Daniel, the recently appointed coordinator of the unit, spoke with the Ministry of Agriculture's Public Relations Unit.
Prettier Larceny has increased for the last few months, especially since after the hurricane. There are a number of persons that have been losing their agricultural product. And in regards to animal theft, we have seen an upsurge in these activities. It's now become a concern, and we are trying to see what we can do to ensure that we can bring this under control.
Daniel pointed out that the increase in animal theft has been particularly observed in the parishes of St. Andrew and St. Patrick, attributing this rise to the customs associated with the upcoming Christmas season.
As we know, the culture in Grenada when it comes to Christmas, people love to eat their beef, their mutton, and their goat meat. So it's become a readily available market for these products. So this is one of the reasons why you find so many persons losing the animals at this point in time. It has become a challenge. We within the unit has experiencing a reduction in the staffing of that unit, and the availability of the persons to respond to reports when it is made. So this has been a challenge in that capacity.
He stated that the unit is working on implementing measures aimed at deterring or minimizing occurrences of prettier larceny.
We like to encourage farmers to be patient as we at the unit is trying to increase our human resource so that we can have persons out there to respond to reports. We know it is a challenge right now, and we know it's difficult for you to deal with the issues that is happening right now, but the unit has its plan to train at least 40 persons and to have these persons readily available to respond to your reports as we go forward. We expect a change in our operation going forward. We expect to have the necessary facilities and resources to respond to your reports as we go forward. So I want to encourage you to work with us as we work with you to improve this aspect of our agricultural sector.
He further encouraged all vendors to register with the Ministry of Agriculture to ensure the legitimacy of their operations. James Nicholas, a senior resident of the Molyneux community, is very pleased with the construction of the 140-meter bridge on the portion of land that slipped in December of 2019, leading to the closure of the road to vehicular traffic and a detour through the Mount Morris community. Mr. James, during a recent interview with the GIS, says he has observed the skillful work of the construction team on the bridge and is very pleased to see that the bridge is structurally sound.
It's a project that was long overdue. We all know that. But from what I've been hearing, there had been problems from the beginning with the concepts and all this sort of thing like that. But I want to say that the contractors that is doing the job now has done a fantastic job from my point of view. That structure to me has to be one of the most, over time would prove to be one of the most strongest structure, because I've seen what they've been doing. I've seen them working. I've seen the material that's been used, because they go past my house every day and working day and night, and I go up there and I see all the process that's been taking place.
Mr. Nicholas is also very pleased with the work now ongoing on the roadway and the entrances to the affected homes. The road is expected to be completed in terms of asphalting and safety rails along the bridge during the month of November. We take our final break. The GIS News will return after these messages.
Grenada, it's time to save energy, save money, and build a sustainable future. The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment, and Renewable Energy is launching the Residential Energy Conservation Challenge, inviting homeowners to cut down their electricity use and compete for fantastic prizes. It's simple. Sign up, adopt energy-saving habits, and track your monthly electricity reduction. Top participants with the greatest energy savings will receive exciting awards, including a grand prize for the biggest energy saver. Be part of the change, save on your bills, and help Grenada move toward a greener future. To join, register online at the Ministry of Climate Resilience Facebook page. Let's power down for a brighter tomorrow.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody. And tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
For climate change, what is Grenada going to experience? Going to experience water shortage. It's going to experience, particularly after storm hurricanes, the NAWASA system is going to break down, and you will need water in between. Rainwater harvesting could help. So rainwater harvesting is not only about getting water for drinking or for use. It is also about minimizing flooding and flood control.
Welcome back. The Forestry Department of the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Forestry and Marine Resources is preparing for the sale of Christmas trees for the holiday season. Trees will go on sale in December, as explained by Forestry Officer Delian Palmer. Interested individuals are asked to place their orders by contacting the Forestry Department.
We are asking persons who are interested in purchasing a natural tree to contact the department to place their order. Persons can do so by contacting the department at 440-2934 or 415-8173 to place their order. The trees range in height from 5 to 8 feet and the cost is $10 per foot. So if you want to buy a tree that is 5 feet, it will cost you $50. Similarly, if you want to get a tree for 7 feet, it will cost you $70. So we're asking persons to call early and place their orders because they are a limited amount. So we just advise persons to do so at the earliest convenience to get a tree that is natural to celebrate the Christmas season. Persons who are interested can contact the Forestry Department to place their order to get their young Christmas tree, which they can grow themselves.
After placing their orders, they will be notified of their collection dates. The Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Lands encourages locals to make use of the opportunity to purchase locally grown Christmas trees for the holiday season. And finally, in the news, the government of Grenada has reiterated its commitment to sustainable development, environmental resilience, and restoration of the nation's natural landscapes and marine ecosystems. In recent weeks, through the Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, an extensive marine cleanup operation was conducted dubbed Project Pristine in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The cleanup operations were contracted to IAL of Trinidad and Tobago to execute a large-scale marine cleanup in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. The project focused on the salvage and removal of vessels that were damaged or sank because of the hurricane, ensuring the safety and access to key marine areas. IAL began the cleanup on September 22, 2024, following dive assessments conducted on September 21st. Phase 1 of the project was completed October 10th with the removal of 34 vessels, including 32 from the ecologically sensitive Oyster Bay bed. Phase 1 of the cleanup cost the government over EC 1.2 million, with more than EC 900,000 already processed. The government has underlined the significance of these initiatives for the local economies, environmental health, and public safety, while also recognizing the necessity for ongoing stakeholder engagement to mitigate future hazards. Project Pristine, Restoration of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, was launched on August 7, 2024, with the objective to restore the landscape of Carriacou and Petite Martinique, which were heavily impacted by Hurricane Beryl. This brings us to the end of the GIS News for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. I am Chris Mitchell, saying thank you for joining us.